Hey guys, sorry that I missed last week's upload, but I'm back here this week with this amazing 3D textured painting of the moon. If you'd like to make your own, check the rest of this video out. You will need a round canvas, a photo reference of the moon, black and white acrylic paint, a pencil, a paintbrush, and some tinfoil. This is pretty much a no prep lesson because you only need to print off photos of the moon for the children to use as a reference. So each child needs to have a round canvas, a pencil and a photo to start with, and they're just going to draw the areas that are dark, so the craters, and just do this with a pencil roughly onto the canvas. Just draw some little blobby shapes, as I call them. They don't have to be perfect, it's just to show the areas where it's darker. Now you can go ahead and add a dark tint of grey to the wibbly wobbly lines that you just did. So you can fill the lines in, or you can just do the outlines on some areas that have a lighter inner part. So I've got some really dark craters on the right hand side and some dark shadows, and then as you go to the left and the centre of the picture I've got some lighter areas. So with those bits I would just be doing the outlines of those organic shapes that I did, rather than filling them in with this dark colour. This lesson is great for teaching tints, so we're doing tints of grey. So tinting means adding white to a colour to make it lighter. And we're doing this again by adding some white to the last swatch of grey that you did to make it even lighter. And you can add this to the inner parts of those blobs that you did. So some of them you might have just outlined and some of them you might have filled completely, but add some to each section, because this will create a 3D feature later on and add some depth to those craters. You might even have some areas which are just this grey bit rather than having the dark bit with it. So on the bottom I just added this shade of grey, as this part was lighter overall. And again, add some more white to your last swatch of grey paint, so this will make it lighter again. And then go around the outline of your craters. So where there's some lighter areas on your picture, you want to try and add these to your dark craters that you've done, so you can lighten it up a little bit. Just roughly add blobs to where you can see there's some lighter areas on the moon on those craters. Now that we have 3 different tints of grey, you can go in and fill the white background with white paint. Yes, I've had children say this is pointless, but it really isn't. You need this white layer of paint for the next step. Then, when you've filled this white area, go around all your craters with a clean paintbrush and go in circular motions to blend the dark greys with the white of the moon. This will create a bit of texture. It will make the line between the dark and the light a little less harsh. Keep going around the outline of all your craters like this. If you notice, I haven't used any water during this activity, and that's because I want to keep the paint nice and thick. The only time I've used water, which you didn't see, is when I cleaned off my paintbrush to start the circular motion blending. Then scrunch up some tinfoil and just dab around the outside of those craters, so around those dark areas where you've just done that circular motion, and just dab all the way around so it creates a bit of texture on that white bit of paint with some light grey mixed in it. After that, you can go into the darker parts of the craters and also do this dabbing technique. Just dab, 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 dab all around the inside of the craters to create that texture, and then any of the dark grey you can transfer to the outer edge on the white paint, and you can add some shadow. So if you look at the picture of the moon, there are actually some dark parts, and this makes the moon look more 3D if you add a bit of this dark shadow around the edge of the circle. You're just going to keep dabbing until everything has been dabbed and it's got that rough texture. Now with a fresh piece of tin foil, go into some fresh white paint and dab this onto areas that might have got a little bit too dark. So if you notice, my moon I've painted is a lot darker than my reference. So I'm now going to go back in and add some white paint, again just dabbing in the areas where the moon is lighter. This will bring it back to life, and it will also make craters stand out more. Don't let the paint dry out, keep working with wet paint so that everything is blendable and you get that nice texture from the tin foil. And there you have it. Leave it to dry and you have your own 3D moon on your round canvas. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more art lessons like this every week and other art related content every now and then. See you next week for more art with Miss Burford.